I see you guys talking smack on those Reddit boards. You gotta do the little nail. I mean, we could try linking your plaid outfits. Dang, social media. What happened to you? Good morning, girls. Welcome back to my channel. It is literally the crack of dawn. I got up before Remy so I can show you all how I get ready, and I go from this to this. Quick look at the makeup. Good morning.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. So I call him baby, so I'm always like, hi, baby.
Baby.
You're a baby, huh? Okay, Mickey or Miss Rachel? I need to start making content like Miss Rachel. I heard she's worth like over 25 million. I'm like, damn, girl. So we're gonna start off with this Color Science. It's like a tinted SPF. I swear this stuff is magic. It just turns the color of my skin. So it's a nice little base. And then, you know, I am 31. I'm about to be 32. So it's good to just protect my skin. And now we're gonna go in with some CC cream. I just blot in whatever I didn't get. I also like to put a little bit on my chest just to make sure it matches onto the eyebrows. So I use Precisely My Brow in shade 3. If you can see, this eyebrow is a little higher than this one. And that happened during my pregnancy. You know how you can't get Botox or anything? And so I have tried to fix it and I cannot fix it. Since this one is lower, I'll start outlining the bottom of this one first, and then I'll try to get that same thing on this one since it's higher. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect on this step because I'm gonna go back with concealer and shape them. So now, since this one is higher and this one's lower, I'll shape the top of this one first. Then I draw in the front. We have someone hiding back there. Next, I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is Born This Way. I love this concealer. I do shade Cream Puff. And I'll just put it here under my eyebrows because I'm gonna shape them. Doesn't have to look perfect, even though it is a vlog. I see you guys talking smack on those Reddit boards. So I shaped them with this tiny pencil. Now I'm gonna go in with this. On the Reddit boards, so I knew those were there. I saw a couple things. I didn't realize how much I was mentioned because until recently, I was always typing in Liz Bielman Reddit or like Erin Liz Bielman Reddit. I don't know why I assumed they would use my full name, but I just didn't want to scroll through like so much to see if I was ever on there. I was on there a lot more than I realized. Then I was like, who's doing this? I was surprised anyone even cared. Thank you. So I just blot it after I shape it. And you know, on there, like, you just can't make some people happy. For the most part, they're pretty nice to me. Some things they say, I'm like, jeez. If you put concealer on your eyelids and you don't use like a setting powder, then you'll get creases in your eyelids. So I'm gonna go in with the Givenchy setting powder. You gotta do the little nail or you're not an influencer. So I just set it in there real quick and then I'll take the lid and tap most of it off. Some people do it down here. I don't know if I like it under my eyes. This is my contour stick. It's Rare Beauty. And I do this shade Always Sunny. From the ear right here, down like towards your mouth. From the ear towards mouth. Sides of the nose, forehead, and then right here on your jaw to sculpt that. So this is a pat. Like you pat, you don't swipe because you'll pull off your foundation underneath if you swipe, so you pat. I can link the brushes for you. I'll link them on my Instagram. I buy these from the makeup artist that taught me to do my makeup in St. Louis, which is near where I'm from. She sells her own makeup brushes and they are the best because they are literally numbered. See, we're on step 3. They're numbered to tell you the order to use them. So when you start out and you're like, I have 9 brushes, like I don't know which one is which. That's how I felt. It'll tell you. So it's not as hard as you think if you buy the brushes that I'm gonna link. Now we go in and we set the cream contour with a powder contour. This is MAC. It's like a bronzing powder in dark golden. So I just did 10 taps. I try to make each side like an even number of taps. You know, I get distracted. It's not like a science. Okay, so now I use the same stuff I used on my cheekbones on my eyes. Again, I'm trying to pat and not swipe. Next, we will do blush. So this is MAC in Warm Soul. And so the contour's right here. You put it like right above that, like where your cheek really pops the most. So I have 2 blushes that I use. I have this one. This is more of a natural look. And then I also have this Milani in Dolce Pink, which that's like if you really want to pop some color on your cheeks. I don't really use it that much anymore, but I used to be obsessed with it. Next, we're gonna do a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. And the lipstick, which I am almost out of. The Superhero mascara in Super Black. All right, so this is an everyday look right here. I am gonna go further because I'm gonna shoot some reels. We'll move to the hair. Okay, let me give you a closer look at the makeup before I start my hair, but isn't it so nice? I get asked all the time about my makeup. So I start with a tease. Just take section by section at the top and tease it out. Woo! I'm not gonna talk about my boyfriend because he is a private person. Like when he's ready, I will. But yeah, like not everybody wants to be on social media. Another person that is not a fan of being on my social media is my dad. He's always like, you don't put me on there, do you? And I'm like, Dad, what would I even put? Like, his hobbies are cows. He has these cows on his ranch property that he's like always watching the mamas. I don't know we could try linking your plaid outfits. So yeah, my dad doesn't want to be on my dang social media, which I respect. The guy I'm dating is not like a rugged man, like how I'm describing my dad, I would say. I like kind of give my dad shit, but I love all those things about him. Like that's what makes him him. Anytime me or my mom gets lip filler, he'll walk around and be like, okay, so I take a little section, I brush through it so all the hair is like, you know, you want it to all be combed through, so when you wrap it, it doesn't get like weird curls. And then I put the curling iron behind the hair because I'm gonna curl away from my face. Back on the funny dad stories. So I remember it was my senior year of prom and my dad was out of town right before photos, and then he came into town. At the same time, this was the first time my mom got lip filler, so she bruised. And she had bruises on her lips. So he came into town, he meets us at prom photos. And she's got these bruises on her lips. And of course she didn't tell him because why would you know? And my dad's like, Shell, what happened to you? What happened to you? He thought like she'd been beat up. And my mom's like, Sam, stop it. And now he makes fun of us. I guess he did make the YouTube now that I'm starting to tell stories about him. But he's like the sweetest man. I think he's like the kind of person that, like if you're not his family, he might be intimidating, but to us, we're like, Dad. That's a dog. Whoa. Woof, woof. Do you want a dog? Guys, put in the comments, should we get a dog? I want to wait until it's like a moment he can remember. On to the top. So obviously this part is the straight part. So I have it, there's nothing on my back. I have the curled part forward. So I'll just put this straight in the back. That way I can like reach and see which parts like still need curls. And now I'll just grab these front pieces and wrap away from the face. Same thing for the top. Like, just gotta soak in these moments, you know? He's just the sweetest boy. Meow, meow, meow. Usually during this time we call my mom. We do like a daily call to my mom. Fun story, since you can see my arm right here. See this scar I have? So for my 18th birthday, my gift from my parents was like a spa day. So I got to go, which was like a big deal at the time. So I got to go to a spa. I had a facial and a massage. And you know that thing that steams your face? It thankfully did not hit my face, but it messed up and it squirted hot water on my arm, and I got 2nd-degree burns on my arm, and I had to get 2 surgeries to just, because it was a big scar, and I had to get 2 surgeries to just like close it up. Yeah, that was not ideal. People always ask about the scar on my arm, and I'm like, shark bite. Oh, that's what we should do in the comments. Can we come up with like a cool story I can tell people when they ask? Since I get it so much. I need to come up with something cooler than that. Like that's not a good story. So I need to shoot a reel. I have my Invisalign appointment, and then we have a craft thing at the country club. I think it's a good way to just like make friends and give them something to do. So that was part of the reason that I chose this house, because it came with a membership and they have all these kid events all the time. So I was like, that's so perfect. I think people on the internet think that my house is bigger than it actually is because it's such an open concept and it's 1 floor. Someday we will have to go bigger, hopefully. So I use an extra hold hairspray. Some people don't like that. I think it makes it last longer. I should probably try out some other ones, but that's what I do. So I'll just let this hairspray dry, and then I'll run my fingers through it, like flip my hair upside down and get it messy, and it looks better messy. So see how it looks. Oh my goodness. This is the everyday look. I'm gonna try to record me getting more glam, but we'll see. Okay, so now we're gonna go full glam. I start with this liquid eyeliner because I'm gonna do a wing. So I'll do a liquid eyeliner with the wing, and then I'll go over it with the magnetic liner that puts on the magnetic lashes. So let's do this. Okay, so start with just lining the whole top of the eye. Okay, so next, you see how the bottom part of the eye like goes like that? That's what you're gonna follow to do this winged part. Okay. Now we'll take the magnetic liner and we'll just we won't do the magnetic part on the swoop because obviously you don't want your eyelash out to here. So you'll just do it across the eyelash. Okay, so these lashes, the best part about these magnetic lashes, first of all, they're easier. I cannot do glue lashes. Like I've never learned how to do those. They're too hard. But also like I wore these the other night. You can wear them like 10 times before you have to get a new pair. They're awesome. So just gonna make sure that the magnetic liner is good. My little tweezers. The magnetic liner, the tweezers, and the lashes all come in the same package, so you have everything you need. There's one. Make sure that corner is secured. Okay, what did happen right there?